Wisconsin International University College Ghana is one of the leading private universities in Ghana currently. It can boast of a very fast-growing population across two campuses, which is the Accra campus and the Kumasi campus. At the helm of the operations of this university is the Chief Operations Officer. Today, Wisconsin TV, The Spotlight, is sitting with the CEO of Wisconsin International University College Ghana. Stick and stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome.
Thank you. And how are you doing today?
I'm very well.
Good to see you.
Let's go have a seat. Let's have a chit chat.
Sure.
Great.
And I always love Kumasi, so coming here is always wonderful.
We're going to have a good time today.
Sure.
We're going to learn a lot about you. I hope you're ready for it.
Why not?
Great. Personal and all.
Anything you shoot at me.
Right. Welcome back from the break. If you just joined in, this is The Spotlight on Wisconsin TV and it's Meet the COO. Today we have with us Mr. Jacob Finn, who is the Chief Operations Officer of Wisconsin International University College Ghana. Welcome.
Thank you once again. Privileged to be here.
Oh, nice to have you. Can you
you
tell us about yourself? You're very curious. Who is Mr. Jacob Finn?
So, Mr. Jacob Finn, on a normal day, a very multitasker. I like to make sure that things are running in different places and things are being resolved in different places. So you find me either on the phone at the same time, also writing something down. You find me either typing something at the same time, talking to somebody. And everything comes together pretty well. For me, I also consider myself somebody who is a open-minded person. I like to listen to a lot of views from different angles. That's the only way I get better, because then I become very open to the issues around, so I can find proper solutions for them. Following that, I think I'll also add that I'm actually somebody who is an idea think tank. I walk with so many ideas in my mind as to what really could do to change the narrative of a particular problem. So that's, for me, Jacob Finn basically is who I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
On the soft side. I do have some soft skills too. Sorry, a soft side. I do have a soft side, and that soft side, some people do consider me a bit funny. I don't know about that, but yes, but yeah, that's about it.
I hope that we get to hear a joke today, because we're going to get a bit up and personal with you, if you don't mind.
Sure, we'll see what we can do.
Right. Let's take it from the beginning. Tell us about your childhood. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? How was your family life like, starting from babyhood?
Sure, okay, so I was born in Accra, specifically in North Ridge Hospital. Grew up in Jolu, Abilingpe area. So shout out to all my Abilingpe guys. I basically grew up in a family of 3 siblings. And we basically had our parents watching over all our activities that we do, right from babyhood to when we actually had to leave to university and other places. But my childhood basically had been with a lot of activities. I met so many things along the line, some of which, has to do with how we were taught on talking to people, speaking to adults, saying hello, please, thank you, those words, living peacefully as a family, communicating, sharing ideas, praying, and basically that's, the whole family aspect of things was
great.
Was good.
Well, that's amazing. Can we know which You said you grew up with siblings. You are the number what on the scale?
Well, so
First, middle.
yes,
last?
I'm actually the third born,
Right.
and I'm the last boy. I like to. No, I don't want to take the last baby thing and give it to my sister. I have a little
Right.
sister, but
So
I always want to
fighting
make
for the
sure that
last
I also,
position.
take that last position.
That's fine.
So I'm the last boy, and then we have my little sister. Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
great. Let's look at how your education panned out. From primary school up until now, where did you go to school when you were a kid? What were the courses you did later in your life when you were in the university? Let's know how you went.
So for primary school, when we started off primary school, I went to about 2 or 3 different primary schools before getting into junior high secondary school, and some of it had to do with some issues with transportation. At those times the roads were really bad.
Yeah.
So commuting to those schools was a bit of a tough challenge for
Right.
my folks, and so we decided to move out. That was Richard School. So I was in Richard School for 2 years, and then I moved into University Primary School, which is now called Basic School something. I don't know why they changed the name, but
Right.
University Primary School was where I completed my primary education from class 3 to class 6.
Right.
Then I moved on to Achimota JSS,
Okay.
to a boarding facility.
Nice.
Yes, for the 3-year period, first, second, and third. And after that, I decided to join the greatest school of all times at this point, Presec Legon. And if you permit me, I would just like to give a shout out to my God is Great team.
Right.
We've basically been able to do a lot as a university, as a secondary school.
The goat of schools now.
Yes, we are the goat of all the SHS right now, and undisputed.
Right.
Yes. In thy light, we shall see light. Illuminate you, videbimus lumen. For Christian training, we get a sure, solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country and church. For Christian training, we get a sure, solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country. Oh, come along and join us. Oh, come along and join us. Happy studios are we.
Your brotherhood is proud of you. They are very proud of you.
I'm pretty sure they are, yes.
I'm happy that you're holding the torch,
Oh,
high.
yes, we are taking our places.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. And then where did you proceed for university?
So for university, went to KNUST, studied chemical engineering
Oh, great.
for 4 years. So Kumasi, really, I've been in Kumasi more long than a lot of people might think. Yes,
So
4 years
you're part of
period,
us,
and then now basically here running the
campus.
helping to run the campus here.
Right. That's great. Any other extra educational experience anywhere else? past
Yes,
that?
so after KNUST, we had a talk with my parents as to what we wanted to, what I wanted to get myself into, which was more into the field of management, of business management. I wanted to add a little bit of touch to my engineering background. So, we had a conversation, and then I ended up studying. I ended up studying business administration with a concentration of management at Concordia University in Wisconsin.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Right. You obviously have had a very rich educational background. Would you say that your upbringing and your schooling and everything that you've experienced as a person from when you were a child has influenced who you are right now?
Of course. I mean, as a child, there's so many things that I learned from home. And also outside of home, you know, there are friends and family, friends and other associates who basically help you to shape who you are. School. For me, what stands out most for me is my mom and what she taught me when it comes to detailing. My mom is very detailed about almost everything. She knows where she puts stuff. She knows where to clean to ensure that you've gotten every dirt out of every corner.
That's every mom.
Yes, so basically she put that in me and my siblings as well. So it's something that we picked up when it comes to, you know, being detailed and ensuring that you are alert with whatever is around you. So you try to make sure that you're focused on what you're doing. That's something I learned a lot from her. When I go outside, for my friends, I had to even go out to learn how to type using friends' computers. I didn't go to school for it. I just went to a friend's home, they had computers, then we learned how to type and all those other things. And that also helps me because at this point now I type freely, 10 fingers, no issues. And there are so many other things that help shape me as well. When I was in final year of my secondary school, one of our friends introduced us to chess.
Okay.
And so chess is something that I play very often now, and I feel that it's actually shaped how I think in terms of my business strategy and movements and what I basically do, what to move, when to move, and how to put pieces together to ensure that you achieve a common goal. So there are so many factors that, you know, come together to ensure that you become who you become, and I think these things have played a role for me, and more, many more.
Right. Yeah. So before you go here today, we did a little background on you, and we know you're a family man. You're married, right?
Yes, I'm married.
So can we know a little bit about your family life?
Yeah. So okay, I'm married with 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids. A young man, he's almost 10 years old, and 2 girls, 5 and then 4. And we very young family, and we do a lot of things together. So it's always refreshing when you always have to go home and get to see them, and they tell you about their day and what they experienced and what they learned.
Do you get enough
good.
family time as a CEO?
Well, it's difficult, but you have to make the time. It's very difficult making, because of the work demands and places we have to be going to ensure that things are moving smoothly. But you definitely have to make time for them, and I do make time when I do get the time, especially weekends when they have some activities outside of school. I try to make sure that I'm part of that and attend some of their programs as well during the week.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So for most people, right, almost everybody, if I'm not too wrong, has a pet peeve. Something that just aches them, something that it could be unreasonable, but they just can't stand it. Do you have one? We'd like to know your
Well, I'm sure everybody has pet peeves. I have a lot of them. I do have a lot of pet peeves.
You do?
Yes, I do. But I think maybe one of...
That's just one of it.
Well, I think
the biggest of them all.
I think it's because of how my mom kept me to be detailed and looking at things in a different way. But,
right.
Well, maybe one of them would be, you know that moment where you are stuck up in traffic, the lights are red for the last 5 to 10 minutes, and you have hawkers coming back, you know, walking through the traffic to ensure that everybody, you know, we need something, call for it. And immediately the light turns green. After 5 minutes of the light being red, the car in front of you just decides to now call for water.
Right.
And basically the light is green, everybody's moving, and you're stuck behind this guy. That really gets me. And I get that often. Every now and then, it's something that really comes up
That is extremely relatable. I think a lot of drivers would admit that is very unfair.
Yes, and the sad part of it is that sometimes they're actually now looking for 250, 2 cedi 50 pesos, and they have to go across the road to go bring the money from the.
Oh, else you wait.
Yes, and it's sometimes frustrating, and it's something that happens often. But I really don't like that.
Yes.
But
I think that's a valid pet peeve. I agree with you. Anyway, if you were to give us like your top 3 meals, let's say your favorite breakfast, your favorite lunch, and your favorite dinner. Take us through a typical good day. Assuming today God granted you all your favorite meals, and you were to have your best breakfast, your best lunch, and your best dinner from the top. Breakfast.
Breakfast, you don't mess with my awusa cocoa and groundnut. There has to be groundnut in the awusa cocoa, or else I'm not going to eat it.
Right. Milk.
No.
Okay.
Just the awusa cocoa with groundnut. It has to be well dotted in the in the awusa cocoa, you know, well shaken, and fill with just optimum amount of sugar in it, and then yes, and you have to add both fruit to it. Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's take it to your favorite lunch meal ever.
So I'm a big fan of red plantain and beans.
Ooh.
Yes, plantain and beans, my favorite. AKA gobe, but yes, you make sure that you add your gari to it, and then your plantain on the side, and then garnish it. You've made me a happy man.
Right.
Yes.
It doesn't take much.
No.
You know.
No, doesn't take much. Just like from 3 cedis, you have made me full.
Nice. That's smart. That's a smart meal.
Yes.
And your dinner?
For dinner, usually pretty light, but anything salady, I'll take. But
so you go light on the evenings.
Very light on the evening. Yes.
Meals for the dinner. We learn another one too. So you go light in the evenings for health reasons, or that's just who you are? Well,
usually it's more comfortable for me because I do a little bit of exercises in the mornings. So if I'm eating and I'm too heavy, I struggle in the morning to be able to go, the full extent. So it's very difficult to eat a heavy meal at night.
Right. Okay. I think we've gotten to know you quite close. Let's go into your work life. Let's just enter your office for a bit.
Okay.
Can you take us through a typical day in your life as a CEO? Let's say Monday morning, 8 a.m. Take us through, how does the day typically go?
Well, if you say Monday mornings is hectic everywhere. Sometimes there are plans that people make from Saturday, Sunday, so it's all pending for Monday.
For Monday morning.
But typically for me, on a Monday morning, usually I have things structured out, planned out as to what I want to do. That is the day-to-day responsibilities of the CEO, ensuring that management vendor relationships are ongoing smoothly. There are no issues with any vendors. There are no issue with management trying to have some conflicts in there. Assisting with HR, with policies and revising them. Also ensuring that the core values of the university as well as the culture is being practiced in the university. And most often is finding cost-effective measures and ways to help the university move in a direction that would minimize cost and then help grow the university and its base.
That's great.
So these are things that happen on a daily basis. But yes, there are issues that pop up that are unplanned for, and you'd have to do the firefighting. And most of the times, yes, we do have that happening where there's an emergency meeting, there is an unplanned meeting, there's an activity happening outside of campus that comes late, but it's very important that we are there. So these things happen. You have to juggle them and make sure that they're working right.
Great. How long have you been with Wisconsin in this office as a CEO?
Well, overall, this is actually my 8th year with Wisconsin, 3 of which I was the Director for Public Affairs and Marketing.
Okay.
And so 5 of which I've actually been a Chief Operating Officer.
Great.
Yes.
So in your whole time being with Wisconsin for about 8 years, you say, what would you say is like a notable achievement that your office has chalked for the past 5 or 8 years?
See, good question. Achievement for me, it's a collective thing. Okay. It's a teamwork effort, and that's actually embedded in our core values. Teamwork is one of our core values as a university, and we do a lot of things together and achieve a lot of things together. And even before taking office in 2015 as the Public Affairs and Marketing Director, we did have people who contributed heavily to ensuring that the university had a foundation and base, and a lot of achievements and appreciation goes towards that line. For my involvement and ensuring that the university was moving in the right direction, some of the notable things that we did as a team when I came through was ensuring that the brand identity stayed out. When we talk about the brand identity, we're talking about the university colors, the slogans, okay, the core values, the entire culture, actually bringing it out so that people get to see that this is the Wisconsin that we're talking about. You don't want to see different shades of colors somewhere. You don't want to see different slogans, and it distorts who Wisconsin really is. And we try to make sure that we streamline that. Yes, and as a Chief Operating Officer, we've been supporting heavily to help establish a second campus. And again, it took a lot of team effort to get that set up here at the Kumasi campus. And we've been here for the last 4 years now. And we are grateful to God. Graduates are graduating this year. So we are excited about that.
Right.
Yes.
Great. For as long as our research tells us, Wisconsin International University College currently, if not the topmost, is part of at least the top 3 private universities in Ghana currently. What would you say, in your opinion, is the driving force behind this achievement? What is keeping the school there at the top?
Yeah. So for Wisconsin, there are several factors that keeps us up there, and one of the key things is our facilities. When you come onto the campuses, both Accra and Kumasi campus, and you walk into the campus, it's a very welcoming campus, both in the Accra and Kumasi campus. You go into our programs that we run, we provide complete hands-on training. When it comes to the nursing programs that we run, the nursing and midwifery programs that we run, we have skills labs, nursing skills labs that have cutting-edge facility mannequins in the labs, which help the student to understand exactly what they are to know before they get onto the real world. And these mannequins mimic actual human life activities. Yes, we have one that is mimics a pregnant lady delivering. We have other ones that are like a 5-year-old baby, which mimics issues that kids go through. Right. We have an adult mannequin that also mimics the activities of issues that adults go through. And these things are all connected to computers that help people to understand exactly what they are studying. Wow. And so that's one thing that stands out when it comes to our facility. We also do have a very huge moot court facility for our law program. And this is used to equip the students and prepare them for the outside world. And we look at these 2 key areas, you know, they are most of like the professional areas, and they do write these exams after every end of their semester, academic year, or the program, at the end of every program. Wisconsin is fortunate to have huge pass rates.
Great.
Very huge pass rates, especially in the nursing licensure exams. We have over 85% every year passing through the licensure exam, and this is a national exam that is written. For the law program, we also do have most of our students passing through to go to write the Makola, to enter Makola.
Yeah.
And then recently we actually also, previously we had about 50 plus students being called to the bar. This year we've had 61 called to the bar, Wisconsin alumni. So these numbers are helping to tell the story of why Wisconsin and why we are at the top. Aside from that, we have business programs that connect students to the industry. Currently, the business school is looking at complete linkages of students to businesses outside of the school place. So
tailored to the course they are reading.
Exactly, tailored to the course they're doing. So every second year student, they are putting it in place so that they do have they are assigned to a company or an industry to help them to get the necessary training required. So we have that as well. When it comes to communication school, we are blessed to have a recording studio, which students basically can visit the recording studio and do a recording at their own time and leisure. We most importantly have an online radio station, and the online radio station is under the School of Communication Studies, and it's a broadcasting studio built to equip the students there. And the interesting thing about the broadcasting studio is that it's not only available to the communication students, it's also available to the students in the other disciplines. So you do have some nursing students who have the skill to be in front of TV, you have them to, or be in front of, behind the console at a radio station, and they're all welcome.
So
they groom them, equal opportunity on campus to let them know that exactly this is what we have and prepare them. One other thing that makes us stand out is our small class sizes. We have a very good lecturer to student communication and ratio. So what happens is that you have very effective, we're promoting very effective teaching and learning when it comes to class sizes, and it's something that stands out for us. Yes.
Great. That's we are aware that Wisconsin runs these professional courses. Currently, what are some of the unique courses that we run currently with the institution?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. So with the professional courses we run, we have a Center for Professional Studies, and that center handles a lot of the professional programs that we see out there. Notably the forensics programs, the cybersecurity programs, health and safety programs, ethical hacking. We also run specialized preparation classes for the law students to prepare them for Makola as well. So we have that center as well. We have just recently partnered with Occupational English Testing, for short, OET. And OET is an exam that is based or tailored towards the health professionals. So if you're a nurse, you're a dentist, you're a dietitian, all those in the health field who wish to have some engagement with learning outside, having work outside, they need to go through that testing. And our center is the only center really in the whole of West Africa that is actually doing the paper-based testing at this point. And so we are open, and that's what we do at the Center for Professional Studies. There are other programs basically that we are trying to bring on board. Biogas training for individuals who want to know and understand how biogas chambers and the whole process of using the biogas is made.
Wow. So all these things are currently running, and we have a few that are yet to begin.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, Wisconsin is only going to go higher up the ladder, obviously.
Sure.
Where do you see this 5 to 10 years? Where do you think, or how do you think the school is, how do you mentally envision the school to look like?
Great. Before I answer that, I want to also share that a lot of information that I've given here, they're just kind of summaries. Okay. Then on our website, which is www.wiuc-ghana.edu.gh, a lot of information is out there. And you can always go there and see what is out there. Some of the things I'm saying are just basically a summary of what the university actually stands for. And so you get to learn more when you go there. There are a lot of gallery pictures, and there are a lot of activities and storylines that you would get to know more about the university.
So make sure to roll that on the screen, so you can pick it up anytime.
Now, the next 5 to 10 years, what it is now is that we are looking at possibly rolling out PhD programs in the next 5 to 10 years. We have a graduate school that handles, or students take different programs in management, in that's the MBA. There's the management, there's the human resource, there is the banking and finance, there's also MIS, and there's project management, and then there's MSc Environmental and Sustainability Management. We also do have the MSc in International Relations. We have MA, that's MA International Relations, then MSc in Supply Chain, Logistics and Supply Chain Management. So we do run a lot of graduate programs, and we want to now move ahead and roll out PhD programs as well, and MPhil, some MPhil programs, and we're hoping that in the next 5 years we should be able to have this going. One other thing we want to look at is that things are changing with technology a lot, and we want to have a system where we make online learning and distant learning a thing with Wisconsin. We noticed that some of the challenges that a lot of people have is knowing that whoever is learning or is behind a particular screen learning is the same person who is probably going to take the exam and ensure that it's doing the right thing, and there's no form of malpractice or cheating of any kind. And we want to see how, we want to be there. There are so many schools doing that right now. There's the Yales, there's the Harvards, and they are doing that perfectly well. We want to tap into those technologies they are using. And now AI is a thing, and we might be looking, maybe give us another 10 years, we might be looking about how we can incorporate this into the growth of Wisconsin. One other area that we want to establish very well is that the university has a corporate social responsibility area, and it's called the Dada Foundation Ghana. And Dada Foundation Ghana focuses on 3 key areas. That's healthcare, focusing on maternity and mother and child. And then we have the education, which currently we are looking at how to support in terms of scholarships, although we do partner with some organizations providing scholarships to our students now. Currently we have the Ghana West Africa Medical Mission, which we are very grateful to. They've been part of the Dada Foundation activities.
That's amazing.
In October of this year, they joined forces with us to organize a health screening project in the Eastern region, Edukrom and Okrakojo Township, and we're able to take care of about 900 plus people.
Wow.
And that foundation is still currently growing. The third aspect of what we do is business innovation, where we want to also partner with the business school to have a full-fledged entrepreneurship hub, business innovation hub, to help harness our students' ideas. There are a lot of students who come to our school with so many brilliant ideas, and we want to make sure that we tap into them, and they also are able to tap into their potential to produce to their maximum potential. So with Dada Foundation, we want to have that whole full presence in the next 5 years attached to the university, that there is a lot of support coming through and community service for the university, because what the university stands for is providing a lot of community service. So we want to build on that strongly and have a strong presence on the foundation.
I don't know for everybody else, but from all that I'm hearing, if you're a prospective student out there, Wisconsin is definitely your bet. Beyond everything you've said, is there any other reason that you think a student currently who is struggling between making a decision, let's say, for a university, Wisconsin, why should the person walk into the school and get it? Just one reason, because you've told us so much that I think is already so valid. But one last reason why somebody should be motivated at this very point to walk into any of our campuses and apply.
It's in our slogan.
Okay.
We are leaders in international education.
Great. Great.
So
Great.
you walk in here, we have so many of our students who are even left the country on our ticket of our certificates through our affiliated institutions.
Great.
And so we take heavy pride in the fact that we are leaders in international education.
Right.
Yes, and provide quality and excellence in delivery, as well as customer satisfaction.
Yes, in our research we realized Wisconsin houses a lot of international students also. Can you let us know how easy it is for any person who's not Ghanaian currently and would like to also benefit from all these things you're talking about, how easy it is for them to actually gain access to our facility, Wisconsin?
So for international students, the school has an international relations office.
Great.
And all these international relations issues are channeled directly through them. Again, they're all that information is available on our website. Now, we provide, especially for those non-speaking English countries, we have an English proficiency center, which allows students to be prepared for at least 6 months to a year to get a fair understanding of the English language, and then they end up transitioning and enrolling into the degree program. And so it's one thing we do to accommodate the foreign students who come through. Our foreign students have so much on privileges on our campus. Currently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're probably the only school which pays for the resident permit of all international students. It's not something that we ask you to go and do on your own. Once you have paid your fees and you have satisfied the requirements as a registered student, the university takes it upon themselves to ensure that you are fully registered.
That's impressive.
We also provide with them medical care on campus, so they are able to see our doctor on our campus if they have concerns that we can address on our campuses. So we accommodate foreign students and ensure that they are comfortable at home and that they are not so far away from home as it may be.
Nice. This has been a very insightful interview. But before you go, there's this game that we would like to play with you. It's called the This or That game. I don't know whether you've heard of it before, but it's just a basic, it's a rapid question sort of. So we give you 2 items Then you select the one you would rather do or you would rather go for.
Okay.
That'll be good.
All right.
All right, so you have to answer within like a second. You don't have to think about it for too long. We good?
I'm very
All
good.
right, so starters, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Rich and famous or rich and unknown?
Rich and unknown.
Okay, cars or motorbikes?
Oh wait, let me take that back.
Would you want
Roll
to be
that
rich
back.
and famous?
Roll
Can
that
we
back.
take it
Roll
again?
that back. Just cut it out.
Right, rich and famous or rich and unknown? Do you want to be famous or not?
No, I think you asked the question wrongly. But rich and unknown.
Right.
I'll still take go with that
Okay.
statement. So rich and unknown.
Rich and unknown, great. Cars or motorbikes?
Cars.
Networking or Netflixing?
Netflixing.
Oh, okay. Urban or rural?
Rural.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay. Big gatherings or small get-togethers?
Small get-togethers.
Are you a vacation person or a staycation person?
Staycation.
Staycation any day?
Not any day, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be traveling all the time.
Cinema or home movie?
Home movie.
Right. Okay. So we've had a very interesting conversation with you. We haven't forgotten that you said you had a funny bone. I think before we leave, you would have to give us one joke, something to laugh about, for the rest of our day.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can come up with something. All right. So it's a genie joke. Okay. So three men sitting on a boat having a good time fishing.
Okay.
And the genie shows up there and basically asked them to all make wishes. He had 3, so he wanted everyone to make a wish. And so the first one goes like, I wish I was home with my family, having a good time now. And then, poof, just like that. The genie granted his wish. He was home, having a good time. The second one says he wished he was home in his Ferrari, driving around with his open rooftop and having a good time. Genie gives him that. The third guy is like, what do you want? Well, I wish to have all my friends back.
Okay, that is a good one. I saw that coming. That's a good one.
Yep.
Oh, you
Yep.
really
So-
do have a funny bone.
So it's a classic case of, your wish is my command.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway.
Nice.
Yep.
Any final words for our viewers?
Yeah, so I just want to say, take life one day at a time. A lot of us seem to stress out so much thinking about things that they have very little control over. And you need to take one day at a time. Use your resources that you have available around you. There are certain times people look too far, and the things that they need are right next to them. And I think it's something that I've noticed around a lot of people that I encounter. And I wish to let them know that we can make everything possible. The only limitation we have right now is up in our minds. And we need to make sure that we turn that thinking around. Now, in addition to that, know that in everything you do is the presence of God. I will tell you that God is an acronym. God, the G stands for grace, and it's everywhere. O, omnipresent, and that's God. He's anywhere at any time, at the same time. The D is divine. And if you look across the Bible, Anytime you see grace, there's God. You see omnipresence, there's God. You see divine, there's God. And we should not take this for granted, because His presence allows us to be able to deliver and function the way we do on a daily basis, and not to take anything that happens to us for granted. And I want to let you know that with that, I believe strongly that things will happen the way they are supposed to happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jacob Finn. This is Wisconsin TV Spotlight. Until next time. Bye.